Hello, my friends. I am in my storage unit, and a couple of you have reached out to me with some stuff. So I brought my big Hulkin, and I just came to do some shipping really quickly before the post office closes. I have a ton of poly bags, and I have a ton of boxes that I need to use. I order these on eBay. So, um, September 12th, a little background for any of you that have been living under a rock. September 12th, Poshmark officially changed their shipping. So after that day, so starting September 13th, you had to switch to ground advantaged, and they announced that they partnered with the post office or one of their third-party contractors to offer us free ground advantage shipping supplies, which I thought personally is really cool. I've done some deep dive videos on the shipping changes and all the stuff that ensued after that. I will leave a link to down below. Did I get a mark on my shirt? I can't wear white. I don't even know why I try. I'm too messy for it. So a lot of you, which I thought was really awesome, a lot of you ordered your free shipping supplies like that. You could either call or email. I immediately heard that there was like a long hold time. Like someone told me they had to wait on hold for 2 hours before they got to someone to place their order. So I just decided to wait because, like I just showed you, I am not exaggerating. I always mention this when I film in my storage unit. Behind you, literally behind my phone right now, I have a couple hundred boxes, poly bags. I have a ton of eBay box. Like I have a lot of shipping supplies. That's what I love. I always tell you guys, that's what I love about these little portable mics, is that I can move around and you can still hear me. This box is nothing but clear poly bags. Like, I am stocked. Someone like commented, like, you're lying. You don't have that many shipping supplies. Why do you always say that? I'm like, why would I lie about that? Like, I have it all, friends, because if you are new here, I don't just sell clothing. I sell hard goods. I sell shoes. I sell home decor. I sell children's books. I have this scooter that I sold, and I am meeting the person tomorrow. This was a gift to my son from his godmother. He's used it. I was going to save it for my 2-year-old, but it's going to be like years before he can get on this thing, and I want to make some space. This thing kept falling and hitting my foot. So I am going to meet someone at Starbucks tomorrow. This was free to me, and I sold it for 40 bucks. So I sell all types of stuff. So I have a lot of shipping supplies. So I say all that to say I didn't order right away. I was like, I'm going to let the calm die down. I don't have time to be on hold all day. So I did finally order my supplies. They have an email address now that you can email. And supposedly around the rumor mill is they're working on like getting more phone support, because Poshmark heard from us. Well, not from me. I was just waiting for everything to die down, but they heard from people like, I have to be on hold. I couldn't get through. So I heard through the rumor mill they're working on getting extra phone support. And supposedly the post office is prioritizing phone orders over email orders. That's another rumor. I don't know how true that is. I did call 2 days ago. I called and I was only on hold for 15 minutes, but my oldies but my goldies probably know this. I don't have time to waste. So I was like, I'm giving this 15 minutes and then I'm hanging up. I gave it 7 minutes and I hung up, and I just sent the email, and I was like, I get it when I get it, because I'm not desperate for it, as you can see. But I did the email, and in Poshmark, they tell you like what to put, your Poshmark closet name, your address, what you want. And I did that, and I immediately got an email back. I know some people have said like they ordered through email and they heard nothing. I sent the email, literally like 3 minutes later, I got an auto response. We've received your order. And it said, we will notify you once it's shipped out. That was 4 days ago. I haven't seen any email about it being shipped or anything, but they said, the email said, we'll let you know when it's shipped and we'll provide you with tracking info. So many people have told me, though, they've ordered through email and they got that auto response and then they never got tracking. And so they emailed again. and they got both orders. And it's like some people are literally stuck with like thousands of these items. So I'm not going to email again. I'm just going to wait like 2 weeks, and then I'll probably call via phone because, like I said, I have a lot of supplies. If you're looking for really affordable supplies, I will leave a link to some of my favorites down below. Guys, you can get supplies for so cheap. I will link my favorites down below. But a couple of you have reached out that you ordered the supplies immediately, and a lot of people are getting their orders in. So I've heard some people say, like, if you email, it doesn't work. That is not true, friends. Oh, almost everyone I know that has emailed has gotten their order. So, number one, I get everyone's clearance. They gave me permission to talk to you all about this, kind of as like a cautionary, don't do this, I guess. And number two, let's just jump into it. So they got their Ground Advantage supplies. Some of them, like I said, this is about 5 people that reached out. Some of them got like hundreds, if not, like one person got thousands of supply pieces, individual pieces of shipping supplies. And she posted on her Instagram. She's not like a reselling social media person. Like, she doesn't make YouTube or anything. It was just like her own personal like Instagram with her kids and stuff. And she just casually sells, she told me, like 5 to 10 items a month. So she posted on her Instagram that, like, look, you know, she posted a video. I got my shipping supplies, and they don't say Poshmark or anything on it. So for all of you resellers that sell on eBay or sell other places, if you're shipping Ground Advantage, you can use these for that too, because they're not like branded or anything. And oh my goodness, I feel so bad for her. Like I said, I don't agree with the fear mongering that goes on online, and not even just in reselling, but in all different spheres online and social media. Like when Poshmark first did the shipping change and people were still using priority, there would be people like, that's illegal and you're going to go to prison. And I'm like, okay, like, why are we commenting? I personally don't understand that behavior because I would never do that. But I would never comment on someone's post, you're going to go to prison. Like, anyways, we'll move on from that. So that made me think of that, because the amount of hate that this poor woman got on this Instagram post, she's not even like, you know, she didn't say like, you should do this. She just said, I don't know, if you want to, like, you can. She doesn't even sell on any other platform other than Poshmark. She thought she was being helpful. She got, I'm not kidding, like close to 70 comments of people being like, you know, the post office, like someone was like, that you could go to prison for that. First of all, she clearly said, I watched the video, she sent it to me, because she asked me, like, what do you think? Maybe you should talk about this in a video, because I didn't think I was doing something that was illegal. So maybe spread the word. If you are shipping Ground Advantage and your label is Ground Advantage, how is that illegal? Why? I don't know. Okay. I don't know. I can't understand it. I am just sharing the information with you because this is what happened, and I don't want any of you to go through this. I don't know if any of you are social media creators. I know some of you are. Just be careful. Like, she was like, I was just trying to be helpful, and people were like, you're going to go to jail and you're breaking Poshmark's policy and they should like delete your closet and you shouldn't even be allowed to sell things. You're an idiot. You don't know what you're talking about. So I did a little digging, and I guess Poshmark does say somewhere in their policy that these Ground Advantage supplies that you use are supposed to be used for Poshmark only. Hard stop. So don't get mad at me. I am not saying like what those people are upset about. I'm not saying use it for eBay. I don't even have them, okay? I am not doing that. The person that created this video is not doing that. She just said, I thought they were going to be branded saying like Poshmark on them somewhere. Just an FYI if you sell somewhere else. So I was going to say comment down below if you've received the supplies and you've used them for other platforms, but please don't. Actually, I don't want anyone to attack you. I don't want this comment section to be that type of comment section. I am just letting you all know that I did check the policy, and Poshmark has said that these supplies are supposed to be used for Poshmark. What you choose to do with that is your business. What is my #1 motto here, friends? I always say, I tell you what I'm doing, what's working and not working for my business, but I never tell you what to do with your business. And that is why those comments where people are like, you're going to go to jail and what you're doing is illegal, like shocks me, because I'm like, I'm not going to tell anybody how to run their business. I just make these videos to try to be helpful. So she wanted me to share that info with you. Number one, if you do use those supplies for anything other than Poshmark, just know they have asked that you don't do that. Number two, if you do decide to do that, don't tell anyone. Don't make a video. Don't try to be helpful. I think you should just keep it to yourself because people are wild. And I get some of those comments. What video was it? It was the video where I was talking about, I was in the storage unit, I remember, and I was saying that people would put things in a priority box. And I'm trying to look around to like show you an example. And then they would put that box in like a big poly mailer. So like, let's say, for example, I have so much random inventory. Let's say you're going to ship these kids' shoes and you don't have like a box that's not priority. So they put the shoes in the priority box. And then they put the poly mailer around the priority box to be able to, you know, have the shoes protected in a box, but then you're not shipping it priority because they only see the poly mailer. And I said explicitly in that video, I don't do it. I don't recommend that you do it. I don't know. And that's all I said. I was trying to think if I said like it's illegal. I didn't even say that. I just said I don't do it. I don't think you should do it. I have never done that. I've never put a priority box in a poly bag and then use like a non-priority label. I just have never done that. I have so many supplies, as I just showed you. And I got like 3 or 5 comments of people like, but it is illegal and you can go to prison for that. I'm like, okay, I'm not here to tell you what's illegal and what's not. We're all adults. I'm not going to scare you and say you're going to prison. We're all adults. Let's hypothetically think about this though. If you have, I'm trying to look for an example. You have these shoes that sold on eBay, right? And you have let's just imagine this is a Ground Advantage poly mailer. And you have the Ground Advantage poly mailer bag thing that you got from, you know, the Poshmark order. You put these in here and you put a Ground Advantage label on the package. Who is going to arrest you? Poshmark? No. Now, are you breaking Poshmark's rules? Yes, because they did say that these are supposed to be for Poshmark only. But who's going to arrest you? Who's going to put you in prison? Okay, like, let's just all calm down. So all I am saying is if you get these supplies and you use them for anything else, just shh. That's what I told her. She and I were laughing because she's like, you cracked me up. I was literally like, girl, take that post down. Take it down. Just act like it never happened. Ignore those people and shh. That's it. I was like, because you don't even sell on those other platforms. So you're just trying to be helpful when people are attacking you. I am just making this video trying to be helpful to spread the word that let's all just, whatever works for you, okay? Nikki's not going to do it. You do what's best for you, but shh. That's what this video is about. Just shh. Oh my goodness. I never ever thought there would be so much. I did not realize how much people do not like change until I became a reseller. Anytime any platform changes anything, there is an uproar. And if you have been following me for even a couple of videos, you can get the vibe from me that I am a very chill, go with the flow type of girl. I've always said we don't own these platforms, friends. We do not own them. So what are you going to do? You can cry, you can get upset, you can get your blood pressure raised, we can bitch, we can moan, but unless you're going to start your own platform or sell things on your own website, that doesn't do anything. You just got to roll with the punches and go with the flow. I started selling on eBay 16 years ago, and you can't imagine the amount of changes that this platform has done. I've only been selling on ThreadUp for 7 years, and man, oh man, it's like an abusive relationship. And I am not exaggerating when I say that. Anyone who's been selling on ThreadUp for like I want to say like 3 or 4 years, you've seen the ups and downs, the highs and the lows, okay? That platform is the worst. I always see like fashion bloggers get sponsorships from ThredUp, and I'm like, they would never, ever ask me for a sponsorship. I literally have like a whole playlist of just like bashing ThredUp because of how crazy it has been to sell there. But let me stop, because I've also made a lot of money selling on ThredUp. I literally just took a box to UPS. Speaking of ThredUp, this is a Rent the Runway piece. The brand is called Color Me Courtney. This is a size 10. I feel like this is a very small size 10. I am a size 6, and this feels snug on me, so I feel like it shrunk. So I'm going to have to look into that, because I feel like that shrunk. I am here for an Eileen, I'm just chatting at this point. How long have I been chatting? I'm here for an Eileen Fisher silk top. I just had it behind you. I was going to show you. It sold for $67, which is ironic because I literally just posted a video about like doing, what is the video called? I'll put the screenshot somewhere on the screen. The video is called like 5 of the best buys to pick up from Eileen Fisher. Plus we dig into their buyback program, which I am brutally honest about. I will leave a link to it down below. I'm going to start incorporating those videos on this channel where we do deep dives into stores. I've done a couple stores, brands. So yeah, that should be fun. That was my first one I've done in a while. I knew it wouldn't be like a super popular video on this channel because it's not specific to resellers. It's more specific, honestly, to like consumers, like anybody who's purchasing. Maybe it's a reseller or someone who's just shopping for themselves. So it might take a while for that series to like pick up some momentum, but I find it fascinating, and I love learning about brands and how consumers buy and think and what they don't buy and how marketing convinces them to buy, or manipulation. That could be a whole other video. But I am that nerdy girl that likes all that stuff, not just, you know, thrifting and flipping the clothes or buying palettes and flipping the clothes. I actually like the psychology of selling and buying. So if you haven't seen that video, I'll link it down below. But where did I put that shirt? Because that was a great flip. I got that from the Goodwill outlet. I have had it for 2 years. That's one of the pieces of inventory I've had the longest, 2 years. And I want that thing out of here. That's a full price sale. So that I paid $1.25 for. I need to find it. I literally just had it. So let me get that. Subscribe if you are new here. I'm just rambling at this point. Consider subscribing. I upload multiple times a week. I have a free ebook. If you are interested, I always link it at the top of the description bar. It is I need to figure out what the title is. It's called it's 13 pages. It's a 100 brand BOLO guide. So BOLO means be on the lookout for brands. It's a PDF file. I created it last year. It's 13 pages. It's an ebook of 100 great selling brands. And I am going to update that. And once I update it, the email list will be the first to get the updates. A lot of you have been reaching out via email. Like, when am I getting... I was so on top of the weekly newsletter. I don't email you often. I literally email you once a week. But I've just fallen so behind, friends, because work and mom life is just insane right now. My 4-year-old is starting karate. The 2-year-old is doing swim. Real estate, it's just a lot. And then YouTube and social media. And I'm doing a what sold every day on Instagram and TikTok. That's always linked down below. So the email list has kind of fallen to the wayside. And I feel bad because we've grown to over 1,400 people on the email list. And you all are so sweet. You're like, you were consistent weekly this year. What happened? I haven't gotten an email. It's coming, friends. I just got to find the time. But that's linked down below. What else? Live sales. I'm having some blowout live sales on Poshmark and whatnot this week. Come and hang out. I need to be better about promoting my live sales. I had a Poshmark live today. I'm actually going to start a new series on this channel about restarting my live selling journey. A couple of you have asked, like, oh, I can't wait to see those videos. Like, I know nothing about live selling. If you're new here, I actually have about 30 videos on Whatnot and Poshmark. I started live selling 3 years ago. when Whatnot launched their clothing category. So if you want to see like the ins and outs of live selling, I'll leave a link to that playlist down below. I literally filmed the first time I ever went live. That was on Whatnot. I filmed the first time I ever went live on Poshmark. All of that is on this channel. Like, I think I might have closer to 40 videos on live selling. I just stopped posting live selling videos because the majority was like talking in my ear, like, I don't care about live selling. I'm never going to be a live seller. Please stop talking about it. Please stop making videos about it. But now I feel like the tide is kind of changing, and those people that hate live selling are just like, whatever, like, I just won't watch those videos, because I'm starting to get more and more requests to talk about live selling again. But if you're ever interested in how to live sell, how I started, how it went, I have a lot of videos. I'll link those down below. And I also have a bunch of live sales coming up. All of that stuff will be linked below and in the pinned comment, because YouTube is making it harder to find the description box. I put so much stuff in there, and so many of you are like, where is it? You literally have to click more to like open up the whole box. But I will leave a link to it in the pinned comment below. Subscribe, and I'll see you soon.